Yesterday was the 4th of July, Independence Day. So we need to sing to America. We need to serenade America, okay? So look at the screens and we're going to sing God Bless America. Raise your voices, please. God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with a light from above. Come on, guys, I don't hear you. The prairies to the oceans, white with foam. Bring me home. God bless America, my home. God bless America, my home, sweet home. Yes, you may sit down. Yes. Yes, God bless America. When I was going through papers, and everybody consults the internet nowadays, checking out places where to start, what to say, what to do, praying to the Holy Spirit, I came across something on the Catholic National Register. I'm going to share it with you. This country was founded by some great geniuses, people that stand way, way, way above our pay grade. Not pay grade in the sense of money, is in the sense of common sense, of philosophy, of system of belief, on what they were all about. Very solid, good people. And they thought about us, Catholics, even when they were founding the nation. Let me say, for example, George Washington, our first president. He was a Freemason. So he was a deist, open to belief, but not in any particular way. Yet, George Washington knew that the Roman Catholic tradition was a persecuted minority back then here in this country. So you know what he did? So to support religious freedom, he attended Mass. He attended Mass to support religious freedom. Then comes John Adams, his vice president and second president of the United States. And John Adams, we know a lot about him because he kept writing to Abigail, and Abigail kept writing back to him. And I'm going to read to the letter one paragraph that he sent to Abigail back to Boston. John Adams also attended Mass. A Unitarian attended Mass. And this is what he had to say about liturgy. The music, consisting of an organ and a choir of singers, went all the afternoon, except sermon time. And the assembly chanted most sweetly and exquisitely. Here is everything that can lay hold of the eye, ear, and imagination. Everything which can charm and bewitch even the simple and ignorant. I wonder how Martin Luther ever broke the spell. A Unitarian found enough time to come worship with us because he found that what we did was way above and beyond. And it has to be, because this is not, the sacrifice of the Mass is not about us. It's about Him. It's about His word listened as it is proclaimed and explained. And it is all about the sacrifice at the altar. The Eucharist, Him, the real presence, offering itself generously to us. offering himself generously to us, giving of himself. And that is what we need to become. We need to be a community of givers. So, I was saying, okay, so how do I say this to these people and not get denigrated so that they don't feel offended or feel insulted for what I'm about to say to them? Because I don't want to have the role of Jesus. That's reserved for Father Matt. His persona Christi amongst us. Here I am just support to him and to you. So how do I say this and not be denigrated? Do not be cast off. And if you continue reading on the gospel, you know what happens next after he says, so who's this? We know who he is. He's a carpenter, the son of Mary. Then they were going to cast him off the cliff. If you read in the gospel, that's what's about to happen afterwards. So I don't want that to happen to me. Maybe Father Matt, because he's persona Christi. So I consulted a couple of guys. One is a friend of mine. I know him. He's a personal coach, Roger Palmieri. The other guy I admire from afar. I have never met him, but I have seen him on CNN many times. He's David Brooks, the political commentator. He writes books, and the last book that he's written about the human character is The Road to Character. So Roger deals with productivity and performance, and David concerns himself with the human element. What is all about the human that can have character and what character is? And then we're talking about productivity. It is the middle of the year, right? And you remember that in the 29th, the 30th, the 31st, as you were preparing to do the revelry of December, you may have written some stuff and said, this is what I'm going to do next year on 2015. And you put it in concrete. You may have even written it. I need to lose 30 pounds. So you immediately sign up for 24-hour fitness, didn't you? That's what my wife did. She signed me up. I haven't lost any yet. I'm trying, though, at least twice a week. And Father Matt wants me to go with him over on Mission Peak, to Mission Peak, and I keep stalling him. I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready yet. Okay? What about that income? Has it been jacked up? Are you making more money than you were at the end of 2014? Better yet, how are those relationships that you were going to repair or to even cement? Those guys that you may be even sleeping with them. Huh? How is that relationship coming along? How is the relationship with your daughters, your sisters, your brothers, all your relatives? And not only that, how is the relationship that you have with those people at work, at school, if you are at school? Is it getting any better? And then, how is your life of prayer? How is your life of faith? We're talking about religious freedom. Do we have time to share with others what we're all about? And here is where the difficulty lies. About 5 years ago, a De La Salle brother was invited to be the retreat master at the Deacon Retreat. And what he said, his opening statement, still smarting in my cheek. It's like he slapped me because it hit me square in the face. This was his opening statement. You are what you do. Get that. Guys, you are what you do. We can say whatever we want. We can even put it in writing. But we cannot hide from the fact that we are what we do. Brooks, in his book, The Road to Character, says, humility is the awareness that there is a lot you do not know, and a lot of what you think you know is distorted or wrong. So, step back, reflect, pray over it. Am I who I say I am? Am I giving of myself? Do I come to the table, and whenever I eat and drink of the body and the blood of Christ, does that make me a giver instead of a taker? Why do I say that? Because in the end, productivity and performance, everything what we say and what we want to do, no. 97% of us will fail, and only 3% of us will move and perform and do what we say we want to do. So, are you part of the 3%? Are you part of the 3% of givers, not takers? And in this we have help. Remember, he was denigrated. He was rejected by his own people. Yet, he humbly continued performing, doing what he was supposed to do, living his calling, his vocation, his mission. So, I always say, do not be afraid. Do not be afraid. Be humble, but firm. Do not be afraid to pray often, assiduously, persistently. Do not be afraid to ask. Ask is what Mark says in the gospel. Ask God for the courage to seek him, to enter and be in relationship with him. That's simple. Seek him tirelessly, unceasingly. And when you encounter him, get to know him. Accept him. He's waiting for you. He's ready to embrace you. He's ready to hug you. He's ready to forgive you. Knock without doubt. He will open the doors of heart and mind so that you can see the opportunity in front of you. The opportunity to love him, to have that intimate relationship that allows then for you to be totally in abandonment to him and embrace not only him, but his mission as well. You will become the mission of Jesus. That's the way that you are finally able to do with others his work, to bring the good news of Jesus to all we find in our walks of life. Alone, separately, I have news for you. You will not succeed. You need the community. Conversely, the community has a need of you, of all of you, not just of the 3%, but of 100% of us. So I'm asking you to step up to bat. Last week, we were presented with a video, and 69 families say, yes, I'm willing, I'm ready, I'm able. Now, I'm asking the rest of you that did not sign up, that at the end of Mass, you pick up a commitment card. They're at the tables, and I'm going to ask the ushers that you give every family coming out one commitment card. I'm not asking you to fill it out today, but what I'm asking you is to pray for this. 68 cents a day times 365 days a year come up to $250 in 1 year. Times that 4. What does that amount to? I need a genius, a math major, to tell me what is 250 times 4. 1,000. $1,000. $25,000 in 4 years. What will that do? I have to be specific. I used to be a project manager. Look at that baptismal fund. I don't know how long has that baptismal fund been around here. It is our baptismal fund. It's a very humble baptismal fund, but it does the job we ask the baptismal fund to do. We're renovating the church. If we help Bishop Michael, in his own mission to reclaim Christ's mission, he will give us 25 cents of every dollar we give him in return. So for every dollar we send to the diocese, he sends back 25 cents to us up to the moment in which we reach our goal. Once we reach our goal, any excess that we provide, he will give us back 50 cents of every dollar we give him. Father Matt told me, you know, Rigo, the baptismal fund that you want, because that's my pet peeve or my pet item. But in order to get us a new baptismal fund, you know what it takes? We have a laundry list of items that needs to be done in the renovation of our temple. The baptismal fund is at the end. So that's my cost. Those on the margin, those who have no rights. All right? The baptismal fund costs $85,000, but that is just the baptismal fund. On top of that, you have to add a number of other items that need to be done before the baptismal fund, the restrooms, and so forth and so on. So, that's what I'm asking you. A very, very specific, concrete thing so that we, Holy Spirit, not just Father Matt, not just Deacon G, not just Polorella, not just the ushers or whoever is Eucharistic ministers or catechists or this or that. No, I'm asking for your time so that you can become a minister. I'm asking for your talent because I know you have a bunch of talents that need to be shared with others. And we're asking you for 68 cents a day. I cannot buy chewing gum for 68 cents. It costs me over $1. I know I am in a solid community. I know I have an extremely good faith family. Let us go all and do it. Will we? At the beginning we sang, indeed it is, God bless America.